Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype? It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game James.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Big Game Sports Buzz, where the sports fanatic and the pro athlete get together and talk about sports and everything. Of what? Wow, you did it again.
What'd I do?
You interrupted me while I'm trying to do the intro, man.
I thought, my bad. I thought my mic was muted. I apologize.
I'm Jay Stocks. That's Big Game James. So let's go ahead and get to it. I was going to say, make sure that you like, subscribe, tackle that bell. Thank you for all the supporters. I mean, look, over 700 subscribers on YouTube. I know we're over 1,000 followers on Facebook. Yo, we just
not yet. It's coming though. It fell off, man. I don't know. It's like at 550.
Yo, tell somebody. Tell your peoples. Tell your folks. Hey, let them know what we got going on. There's some great stuff, great content that we got going on over here at Big Game Sports Buzz. Of course, we're on ASAP, All Sports, All Plays Network. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you listen to your favorite podcast platform. Okay, Big Game, what's up?
Yeah, no, hey man, y'all make sure y'all do that. So if you on the run or you weren't able to catch the show live and you going in the gym to work out or ride in the car, go ahead and turn on that Spotify, the Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or even that Amazon Music, baby. Go. Big Game Sports Buzz, you'll find it in there. Hit play, listen, watch. Hey, on Spotify, they now have it where you can actually watch it as well, not just listen to it. Ooh. If you want to glance down at your phone, not while you're driving, please, Lord, not while you're driving, but while you're in the office and you ain't paying attention at that meeting you're supposed to be paying attention to.
There you go. Like I said, you can always listen to the audio of this show. And, of course, we have the Chop Shop, 6 p.m. Tuesdays. And we just started Cowboys Cutting Up. Well, for whatever reason, they got some dude who used to play not for the boys, but he was a professional football player who's on there, also known as Big Game James. But we have Trey Collins that comes on Wednesdays right now at 8 o'clock. Fun stuff. Good stuff.
I can't believe that dude, Big Game James, agreed to come on the Cowboys podcast.
Man, I don't know. We trying to find somebody. Hey, anybody who want to talk Cowboys?
Right, but he was very cordial. He was very cordial yesterday.
He only said Cowgirls once. And
that was just to ruffle your feathers. Hey, man, you know how we do.
Yo, man, let's go ahead and let's jump on into 4 Downs. So we want to go ahead and start out with this story right here, of course, nationwide, worldwide. This past week, Uvalde, Texas, Robb Elementary suffered one of the most horrific mass shootings, ever in the United States and definitely in Texas, right. Second deadliest in Texas, where 19 students, elementary school students and 2 teachers lost their lives to gun violence. There's an 18-year-old that we're finding out was a high school dropout, went to the school after shooting his grandmother and shot and killed 21 people and also injured, I believe the number was like 27 now, others. And so, besides thoughts, prayers, concerns, we're talking about action. There has to be some kind of action. Big Game, you're a teacher, you're a coach. Your thoughts, man. I know we've talked about it all week, and you kind of made a comment before we even started the show, but I'm going to go ahead and give the mic to you, man.
And also, Jay, let's not forget about the sadness up in Buffalo, New York as well. I mean, that was just barely over a week ago, and before people could come to heal from that. Because the thing is, we at some point in time we do get to move on a little bit with our lives. Although this is going to hurt for a long time, right? But though a lot of those families up there, just like these families in Uvalde, are never going to be the same again. And as you know, other kids, their kids' age, go through life and do things and have proms and dances and graduations, it's just going to be scarred and painful memories that they have to, go through and deal with. And and like I said, this is not a political platform. We've never said it is political. We never try to make it political. But for people to come in and say, and for people to come in and say that it's not guns aren't the problem, it's the people with guns, and we got to worry more about mental illness. Let me just pump the brakes right there, because in both of these shootings and both of the cases, these young men turned 18 years old and were able to go purchase automatic assault rifles legally. There is a problem when guns are that accessible. Yes, people with mental illness don't need to buy guns, but no one 18 needs to be able to buy a gun of that power and for what it does. Someone came to me and said, well, Big Game, what if, I got one of those and I use it for hunting? What, are you afraid a deer gonna shoot back at you? You're afraid that a wild boar can reach down and grab a weapon as well? If you cannot kill an animal you're hunting with a single shot type of weapon, then maybe you don't need to hunt anymore. Maybe it's just not your cup of tea and you're not good at it. It's painful, man. I'm a teacher, and I was just sitting down and having a conversation with my son, and I teared up. I talk about how kids have changed and they make you crazy sometimes, but not one moment ever could I imagine anything bad happening to any of those kids that I teach and deal with every day on an everyday basis. So for people to sit up here and say that guns aren't the problem, it's mental health issues, you got to get a grip on the reality. I don't give a damn what side of what wing you on, right wing, left wing, in the middle, conservative, liberal. Kids are dying. Babies died this week, all at the hands of someone selfish, but was made way too easy and too accessible for him to be able to get a firearm, Jay.
Yeah, no, it pains, man. I mean, it just pains. And to your point, the politicalization, the blaming of mental health, but coming back and saying, but we don't see that was this issue, but there is an issue, bro. There action.
And they want to dance around everything, right, Jay? It's like, hey, like I just did a piece on the show about manning up.
Yeah.
Hey, but we all know it's really because pockets are being lined by the NRA.
Absolutely.
They don't want that money to go anywhere.
No.
And until, and I don't want to say it, but Texas is so liberal, this is not going to be the last time something like this happens at the rate we're going, with the percentage. I mean, with the way kids or people are starting to act now and with the issues they're having. But until it happens to somebody in a higher power, they're going to try to say the right things.
Yeah.
Like the idiot Ted Cruz had to get up there and but I can't even stand and hear him talk because everything comes out of his mouth is a lie.
Yeah. I mean, here's where we are. Here's the state of where we are. So the Uvalde mass shooting happened Tuesday, right? Yesterday there were reports of lockdowns within this area, within the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Richardson had one. There was one today where a kid said that he was going to go to his car and shoot up the school, and they found guns in his car. And so they had to lock down, arrested him. A parent in Arlington shot himself in the leg because he brought a concealed handgun to the school and had an accidental discharge. So he shot himself in the leg. That was today. Like, you want more in the schools? This is what happens. This is what happens. So
and that's why I'm close to being walking on out the door, dog. It's just it's
Exactly.
too much to deal. That on top of everything else, politically motivated to force inside classrooms and everything else, man. It's man, please, dog.
So they're again, and it's not to politicize, but it's the fact that we as people, just people, no matter your affiliation, we as people have to sit down and talk this situation out. Not yell at each other, not tell each other that you're wrong or what you believe in is crap. No, sit down and talk about what are the steps to help ensure that the second grader, third grader, fourth grader that gets dropped off in the morning comes home.
Right.
And it's one of those things where I'm happy it's summer because that's one less place that I believe my child may get hurt. That's real talk, and that's sad. Because school should be one of the safest places.
That's very sad, man.
That a child should go, but yeah.
But Jay, can we go anywhere nowadays? I mean, Buffalo is a grocery store.
I mean,
one man was just going to get cupcakes for his son's birthday party.
Yeah. I mean, between that, Walmart in El Paso,
right?
Grocery stores in Buffalo,
the movie theater and Colorado. I mean,
yeah, it's sad. Look, and this, I know this is a sports show, and it is. We talk sports, and I believe sports is one of those things that does unite us. That's kind of the last bastion of where you may feel safe, but do you really?
Exactly.
Do you really? But like I said, thoughts, prayers, condolences definitely to the Uvalde and surrounding area and what's going on. Also to previous, it's kind of funny, not even funny. It's ironic. We forget about these other schools until
it comes up again, right? Yeah.
And then it's like, oh yeah, Sandy Hook. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, okay. So I mean, we have to in Stony and you remember those.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so actions. That's all I say to that. And I'm ready. The actions. Let's go. Actions.
You're very right, man. But I'm glad you taught me into talking about this, Jay, today, because like you said, it's something that we had to talk about. We like to be that hour getaway for people. Come, tune in, laugh, have a good time, but at the same time, man, my heart is as big as the state of Texas, man. I love kids and I love people, and just to see that, it's not me, it's not my family, but what if it could have been? Man. My heart just goes out to everyone involved because now, can I imagine how they feel? No, because my kids are home.
Sure.
But I can sympathize because I do have kids and I know what it's like just to love them to death.
Yeah. I mean, even just as a teacher, though, just the fact that, hey, we may have to arm you so you can protect yourself and the kids.
No, man, the day I gotta go to the school like an extra SRO officer.
Man.
I mean, like I said, I already got one toe out the door. You tell me I gotta carry a gun, I ain't never going back for real, dog.
And you're not alone. You are not.
I'm not going back.
You're not alone.
I mean,
you're not alone.
It's hard enough dealing with these kids the way they act. Now you gonna give me a firearm too? I ain't saying I'm gonna shoot nobody, but I might pistol whip one.
All right, and so second down. Make sure again that you like, subscribe.
I knew I'd get you on to the next down, bro.
There you go. That's all. I was ready, but push me on if you want to. Yo, second down. Hey, guess what, y'all? Those who hate it, yes, the Mavs survived. They fought back. I mean, yeah, I've heard, it's going to be a sweep. It's over. This, that. We even talked about it, earlier this week on the Chop Shop. But I don't know. You know what? Give them a chance. So now they go back to the Bay. They go back to the Bay to take another one. The game starts at 8. Yo, let's go Mavs. Let's go Mavs.
They going back where, Jay?
They going back to San Francisco,
To
man.
the Bay Area.
As Chuck would say, that dirty ass city.
Don't repeat nothing Chuck said. Chuck's proven to be a bumbling idiot.
Say what you want to, but the man is worth a lot of money right now.
Yeah, well,
and that doesn't prove
stupid
much.
people make money.
Yeah,
Stupid
that's
people
true.
make money.
That's true.
Hey man, let me stop. I love Charles Barkley. I
love
really
Charles
do.
Barkley.
I love Chuck. I wanted to go down and you try to get close to the stage when they were outside.
Yeah.
Before game 3, but real talk, man. You and A. Reed on the Chop Shop said that I asked the question: do the Mavs have enough fight in them, or are they going to give up? And they showed they had fight in them, that they weren't going to give up and just lay down to the Golden State Warriors.
MFF.
Now, I also said this too.
What's up?
Monetarily, Golden State benefits more by having one more game and playing it at home.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you say they fought hard. I
They
say
fought
Golden State just walked out on the court and they were just there.
I don't think they laid the egg, and I'm gonna tell you what, man. Maybe the starters, but I'm gonna tell you what I saw.
Go ahead.
And this is what concerns me. And I think I said this to someone yesterday. I said, and I think we were talking about this actually last night, was that second half scared me, especially the fourth quarter, because the Golden State bench is way better than the Mavs bench.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah.
And that concerns me, because if that's the case, you're going to have Brunson, you're going to have Luka out there on the court and Bullock on the court for like 38 minutes.
Of the 42, yes.
And they're going to be tired. They're going to be real tired. Luka has shown that dude just don't be in shape. But he's dropping 38 a game. But if you have him dropping 38, the others got to come up. They got to show up. But that bench has to be better.
Jay Stoggs, do they really have a chance to come back and win 4 straight? Do you believe it? Do you believe that?
Yes. I have to believe that.
Hey, man.
I have to believe that.
History is made to be rewritten sometimes.
That's it. That's it.
I will applaud you for being a true fan, bro.
Look, man,
and really believing in your squad.
I mean,
it holds true. You carry your Dallas Cowboy feelings over to your Maverick feelings, but I applaud you for it.
I do.
You're a real one, dog.
Man,
you're a real
I have to,
one. I give it to
because
you.
look, if not, then who? If not me, then who?
Not me.
Well, it's okay, but you're an Atlanta fan, and that shows. All I'm saying,
I don't hate the Mavericks though, dog.
I don't hate the Hawks, man. I like the Hawks. I've always liked the Hawks. I lived in Atlanta for a little bit. I like the Hawks. I love Lenny Wilkins. That was my guy. That was my coach,
legend,
man.
legend.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm still a Mavericks fan for life, and I have to believe that they found something that they can hopefully exploit. If they can, again, keep the ball out of Luka's hand from coming up the court and let him be creative on the other side. Here's what's crazy. The Mavs can't let Golden State run. They can't let them run. They're too athletic and too fast to run with the Warriors. And so when you see Poole and Kuminga out there, you're like, oh, and Wiggins.
Hey, man, Kuminga's going to be nice. He's in that documentary, I think, that Kenny Smith and Jalen Rose produced about the kids that decided to go do the D-League Elite. Yeah. The G League, Elite, and skip college. And, okay, yeah. I was like, wow, this kid here.
He's serious.
He's on the right team to learn the right way as well. That's the thing that makes you happy. Now, Jay, I know we switched this. I'm asking this. It relates to what we talked about in First Down, and I didn't really know this until, after the game in Dallas on Tuesday night. Steve Kerr's father was killed in a mass shooting. Did you know that?
Yes.
I was like, wow. And the way
they talked about it in The Last Dance.
Okay.
Was kind of the when he really got in depth. You heard about it, but it wasn't like out there common knowledge.
Right.
But
See, I watched The Last Dance, and I feel like I remember that part, but it didn't really sink in and hit home until that press conference.
Right.
And you can tell that that was 100% genuine feelings, man.
He was fired up.
That he poured out.
He was fired up, man. He was fired up. You know, and I think one of the things that gets lost in the Golden State, you know, in all their achievements and how well they play is how well they're coached, and how well they play as a team and they're coached as a team. Like, and I said this, and I still believe it. You know, the starters look older. They look older. Steph don't look like Steph. Clay don't play like Clay, and Green is just not Green.
Yeah, Clay's struggling right now. Let's just say what it is, bro.
Yeah.
It's rough right now. He's struggling.
Yeah. And he was already trying to get out of the shadow of Steph, and I think he kind of figured out, okay, look, I am who I am, and because he had a chance to leave, get paid a lot more money, but decided, you know what, this is the team for me, and this is where I need to be, so I'll stay here. And that's what he did. And so now, you know, 2 seasons out with injuries. Now he's in there. Now he's playing. But the Mavs have a chance. Okay? If they just taking one game at a time.
Okay.
Play your game. Do what you do. Let Bronson create. Bullock has to hit his shots. The other Dinwiddie has to play well. He has to play well. He has to play well. He has to. Otherwise, yeah, it's a gentleman's sweep.
A gentleman's sweep is 4-1.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
This is considered a gentleman's sweep.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm here to educate, man.
I appreciate your education today.
I know they don't because they don't have tournaments like that in football. They can't do that. They should, but they can't. Like, could you imagine? Could you imagine that playing like
the best of 7 in a football series?
No, best of 3. Play best of 3.
Oh, best 2 out of 3?
Yeah. Best of 3.
Nah, man, somebody be broke up.
But you know what? You just do divisions. You just do divisionals, divisional winners. So you play a division, and the divisional winners will then play best 2 out of 3, and you can break up more into more.
So
divisions.
like you have like the AFC North versus the AFC South and the AFC East versus the AFC West.
Right.
And same with the NFC.
Right.
And let's do it. Let's do it.
Because I mean, there's like the divisional rounds. Like those first rounds are they're deplorable, man. It's like, why? Like it's very rare that you're gonna see, you know, that 8th seed beat the 1 seed. It's rare, if at all. But if I'm looking at divisional champions, let's go. Let's see what you got.
So the NBA has talked about just the top 16 teams making it and doing a tournament.
Right.
So are you a fan of that?
I'm not opposed to it.
I think because we get so accustomed to the way things have been done,
sure,
it seems weird at first. But the more I think about it, I definitely would be intrigued to see that.
I mean, again, it's you're looking at 1 and 8, and every now and again that 8 seed will beat the 1 seed. I know this, being a Mavs fan with Golden State, right? And we talked about that.
Yeah,
but
Baron Davis led the way.
You know, and like I said, if I see him in the streets, he get Nancy Kerrigan. That's what's gonna happen to him. Straight
not
knees.
The pipe to the knee, dog.
Man.
Hey man, don't do B-Dub like that.
Why? That's why. You know why. Don't act like you don't know.
Can I say something that's gonna sound so mean? I was pretty young when that happened.
You weren't that young. Stop it.
I was in high school, I believe. That was like what, the '88 Olympics?
Young.
Wait, was it?
Young?
When was it? '88?
Yeah, it's not that young.
I was in middle school, fool. I was young. I was in middle school in '88. I was in 8th grade, bro. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
But her just yelling "why" was hilarious to me and my buddy. Like we laughed. Like I really didn't understand the severity of her being in pain, like she was. Like
She's
when I
just
got
a little
older, Jay, I was like, "Yo, that wasn't cool." That I
That
laughed
wasn't
at that
cool
back
at
in the
all.
day.
But you did.
At least I'm man enough to sit up here and admit that I was a little deviant for a while when I was in middle school, and I realized, like, yo, that wasn't funny.
You know
but-
why you're a deviant?
Bay.
Bay. You're from the Bay. Yay.
Hey man, you gonna go to the Bay and get rode on. Somebody gonna ride on you.
No, not at all, man.
Yeah,
Not at all. I love the Bay Area.
you don't act like it. You
like
sure talk about my people. And
I
just
like the Bay.
and just for your factish, I was not in the Bay yet. I was still in Georgia when I was laughing at insecurity.
Oh, so you was country yay?
Like 88. I'm trying to remember. Like I'm going by years. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. Like I said, I try to remember those Olympics. But yeah, 88.
Yeah.
I was still in Georgia. 92
Okay.
Olympics. I was. We had a guy from my school run and get
Yeah.
a silver medal.
Hey, there
I
you
didn't
go.
know him, but he graduated American high school.
Hey, man,
Go
okay.
Eagles.
There you go. It's your squad. It's
Hey
your
man.
team.
So I
It's your
guess
alumni.
we got so sideways. It's time for third down, isn't it?
Man, but it kind of goes into what we're talking about in the top 16. Boston,
Oh, there it is.
are they the new beast in the East?
Ooh. Hey, they playing like gangbusters. Now, before I give them all the credit in the world, do we really credit them for what they're doing, or is the Heat all beat up?
Look, you play who's in front of you. You play who's in
Real
front
talk, real talk. Hey,
Right?
you play the opponent that's given
of you.
to you.
You're a professional. You get paid to do what you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, if it's one trash man's day off and the other dude who's on another route gets on the truck, it don't matter. You still do the same thing. The trash got to go on the truck. That's your job. Your job is to play ball. Put the
Why?
ball in the hoop, play defense. That's your job.
Why'd you use a trash reference?
Because everyone can understand that.
Everyone can relate to trash, huh?
Everyone, I mean, hey, look, trash men, they're my most favorite people in the world.
And why is that?
Why?
Yeah.
Man, listen, they do stuff I won't do. You know what I'm saying? I can take it to the curb. But, man, to be on the back of a truck all day doing that, man, look.
They not really on the back no more though. They got them little robot arms that
No,
grab it
sir.
and dump
Not
it.
mine. We old school out here.
Yeah.
They on the back. I seen them. They on the back just
Man.
tossing. Blah,
Hey man, to where it's kind of impersonal now though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because if I go outside and see the trash man, I'm thinking I'm gonna see the person on the back to wave at.
Yeah.
They in the cockpit like
man. That's because you in the dun 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 dun.
Here we go.
Dun, 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 dun. You in gated communities and stuff up there. Man, we down here where we we just see folks we wave.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not believe the buff nerd right now. The
just
only
way
thing
up there.
gated around here are my snacks from my children because they like to steal and eat everything. I have to put them under lock and key.
I'm
Or I
just
would hear,
saying,
Daddy, you gonna eat this? Well, yeah.
I'm saying,
When?
but I wave at my trash man. I wave at him. Yo, what up? Thank you, appreciate it.
I appreciate all people of service that come by and
Yeah,
do things, man.
absolutely.
And it takes a special person to be able to, like you said,
Yeah,
get on there and do something like,
man.
if I had to, I'd get on the back of one if I had to, but I
I
don't
had to.
have to. So,
Yeah.
so I appreciate the ones that do it, and
Mhm.
they do a great service and they help me out a lot.
You know what? I do my job so I can pay them to do theirs.
There you go. There you
There
go.
it is. So,
So speaking of garbage being taken out, are the Celtics about to put the Miami Heat on the curb in the barrel and close the top?
I would say yes, sir. They beat them in Miami. They're about to close them out in Boston, which is the best scenario for them. It couldn't be any better for them. So yeah,
That's more reason for the Warriors to have to win tonight to try to
absolutely,
match the rest. Because they're
absolutely,
gonna need it. But yeah,
absolutely.
man, that's a great point, dude. Great point.
Yeah, but I think they are the beast in the East, man. They're young, they're tenacious. They got good veterans on the squad that still have something left in the tank. And you got a great coach that recognizes what they are and what they can do, yeah, I think they're definitely going to be that beast in the East, at least for the next 3 to 4 years, if not longer. But at least 3 to 4 years. Jason Tatum is a rising superstar. Brown is a rising star.
I mean, who would have thought Al Horford was going to play like this, though? Real talk.
Not me, man. I thought his days were done. I thought it was just kind of, there.
And Pritchard is giving solid minutes off the
Yes,
bench
sir.
when they needed him
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Dog, really?
But that's what I'm saying, man. I think, Boston is that beast in the East that now you have Middleton that has to come back from Milwaukee, right? And so
Yeah, but how much is Chris Middleton going to come back to? Is he that guy? I mean, I know he helps Milwaukee, but
I think they lost much with his defense and offense.
that's what it is. That's the part I think that I'm overlooking that a lot of people probably did, Jay, is the defensive game of great points, sir.
Yeah. So when you have, Giannis doing everything and you have
Or Giannis, as A. Reed would say.
Giannis, right? And you have what's that boy now? But the guard they have up there.
Holiday.
Holiday, yeah, Drew Holiday.
I do the same thing with Drew Holiday. It's like I know exactly who he is, but every time I
Drew.
want to make a point and say his name, I'm like, what are them Holiday boys?
Them Holiday, yeah, Drew Holiday. I mean, he's good defensively, but offensively, he doesn't give you, what Middleton does.
Yeah, he can give you some filler points, but Middleton can offset again. Yeah, I got you on that, man.
Yeah,
So Middleton is a big piece missing.
Yeah. So
I just wanted to hear you say it.
And that's what's crazy is if Middleton isn't there, the team isn't the same. You would think Giannis should be that much. So here's the other question. Is Giannis that much of an MVP that he can't carry his team? He has to have Middleton there. Right?
Man, I don't care what. Every MVP still needs that person around him, dude. You can't do everything. Like, you can't take the ball out, throw it to yourself,
No.
bring it up the court. I mean, you need help. Even when Jordan was dominating, he had Pippen, right?
Yeah.
When LeBron was winning MVPs, he had somebody.
And Jordan had one, right? He had one MVP?
Was that it?
It's either one or I want to say it's one, but I think
I thought he had more than that, man.
He didn't know.
You gonna make me go to the bat phone here in a
Go
second
to the bathroom. Ask Siri.
and look. Siri.
Siri.
I don't have Siri. I'm
This your
lying.
guy.
I have Siri on the computer here. I
This
forgot.
guy.
Oh, iMac, you are amazing.
It's all good, yo. But I'm thinking, they're gonna be the beast in the East. But watch out for when Middleton comes back. I think that's the real proving point. But they showed, hey, even with Middleton there, or even with them, they don't care who's in front of them. They playing them, and I love it. Absolutely love it.
True.
So let's move into this fourth down. Ooh, man, this one here, this story just broke like yesterday, today. Apparently, Colin Kaepernick is going to work out, has worked out with the Raiders.
Worked out. It happened.
He's already worked out with the Raiders.
Yeah, we worked out with the Raiders.
Now, there's reports that, head coach, your HC, he couldn't wait.
University of Nevada love Colin Kaepernick. Go ahead, boy.
When I put the run sheet out, it was like, oh yeah, let me go find my. I know you already know where your jersey was, but he had it all tucked.
Hey man, honestly, I just found these about a week ago.
Yeah,
I had to dig them out, and because I'm finally gonna go ahead and get them framed and put them up
it's gonna be nice
in the house, like I was supposed to do like 4 years, like whenever I got the jersey.
It's all good.
I got my wife's done, and I thought that she would have got mine done for me.
No, sir.
The same. No.
No.
Oh, thanks, love. That's I love you so much. Thank you. Hey, babe. Father's Day, you could have got my.
Nah, on Father's Day, that's why restaurants are always empty. You can always find reservations on Father's Day.
Man, ain't no long wait on Father's Day, bruh.
None, because we're barbecuing, we're cooking out.
Yeah, how we cook our own dinner? Hey, man, let me stop. We supposed to be talking about Cap.
Yes. So, Lane Kiffin comes out and says, look, Kaepernick Yes, we worked him out, but Carr, this is still your team.
Time out. Not Lane Kiffin, bro.
Who was? It was the GM, right?
But you messed me up. You said Lane Kiffin. Josh McDaniels is the coach there.
It don't matter. He's gonna suck anyway.
Hey, you just said that because MJ, and Ron Landman on here right here. Huh?
Well, they can listen. Show me
the Raiders are gonna suck with Devontae Adams now catching the ball from Derek Carr.
Show me an assistant coach that came from Bill Belichick that has done well. I'll wait. Okay, so
okay. He had a little bit of success the 1 year in Denver.
Who?
Josh McDaniels.
He was.
He took Tim Tebow to the playoffs. Remember, and they beat Pittsburgh.
He did.
And that was it. Never again. And Timbo got cut and he got fired.
Was he under Belichick before that?
Yeah. He went running back to the daddy too.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
But anyway, it's not about him. It's about Kaepernick. Now, Jay, the real story is it's a legit workout. Does he really have a chance of coming in to be their number 2? Because Carr's your starter. Carr's not going anywhere. Carr's your guy. Was this a real legitimate workout to really evaluate if they can bring him in? Now, see, I don't care about the 5 years being out. You know why? Because a guy by the name of Chase McDaniels still holds a clipboard in NFL, and he's about 50 years old, making more money than some starters, and he's not doing nothing.
True.
So if Cap's coming in to be your backup and be ready,
but here's the thing though. Even with Chase McDaniels holding the clipboard, he still runs offenses, maybe second, but he runs offenses. He's in quarterback rooms. He's still a part of the squad. When you bring in Cap, who hasn't been in a quarterback's room for 5 years, hasn't run plays, even in practice, for second team for 5 years.
he still brings knowledge, Jay.
I'm not saying he doesn't, but, knowledge will only take you so far. It's like Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a plan till you get hit in the mouth.
Okay, well, explain to me how some of these other lifelong backup quarterbacks are still, what are they bringing to the table? But you said they're around the team, so that's knowledge. That's the same knowledge that Cap can bring from doing it as a starter when he was in the league.
That was 5 years ago, though.
And
the game has changed.
the game has changed, but the game changes. The simple things of that position does not. It's still certain things that are going to carry over.
Come on, man. Look,
from year to year to year to year.
Kaepernick has never faced someone like Micah Parsons. Never. The closest. Maybe.
He practiced with Patrick Willis all the time. Don't just come up here like Parsons just like they didn't have a Patrick Willis.
Is that what we doing?
That's what we doing. Tell me Patrick Willis wasn't a beast.
I'm not, but he's not Micah Parsons. He's not a guy you can put anywhere. Patrick Willis was nice.
He was at the time. He was better than Micah Parsons.
At the time.
God damn it.
I appreciate you sticking up and fighting for your guys. But I'm going to tell you this, man. And it's not even just Micah Parsons. You look around this league and guys that are just drafted that are coming in, he has not faced that before. And now you're coming into a Josh McDaniels offense, right? That's supposed to be great. That's supposed to be complicated and wonderful. Not to say he cannot handle it. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is this. You can be smart. I get that. And I'm not saying I like Kaepernick. When Kaepernick, the last season he played in San Francisco, and I had to put this on my guy because he was like, oh, Kaepernick ain't this and Kaepernick ain't that and he not this. I said, dude, if you look at his numbers, he was better than like the 15 best quarterbacks in the league, or even 10. Like his interception and touchdown to interception ratio, way better. Like, he didn't throw interceptions. He did not throw interceptions. He ran the ball when he needed to. He threw the ball where it needed to go, and he made touchdowns. That's what he did. He was a touchdown machine. So when we look back at the stats, it was like, well, maybe you right. I was like, he started 10 games, dude. There's the facts. The problem, though, is that was 5 years ago. And so there has to be some loss, whether it's physical or whether it's mentality of the game and the speed of the game. Because you can go out and play in the park and play with some of your boys or whatever, but when you got cats strapped up, ready to hit you, it's different. And they're just as fast as you are, some faster. When you got linemen running 4.5s and you got linebackers running 4.4s and 4.3s, that's a different game, man. It's a totally different game.
But there's a guy down in Tampa, Florida, by the name of Tom Brady, who's 44 years old and still doing it. Now I know he hadn't been away from the game, but if he can train his old body to maintain in this league, in this game, Kaepernick can come back from 5 years and do the same thing.
First of all, Tom Brady is a pump and dump. Okay, that's what he does. He pumps and dumps.
Now we're calling out different things that makes it okay of why the 44-year-old can play.
5-yard passes, man. 5-yard passes, 10-yard passes. Every now and again he'll throw it down the field, but you know your game. Kaepernick's game is to run and to pass the ball, right? Run first, pass the ball. If I don't see a lane, I'll pass the ball. Like, that's been the knock on him. If I can't run first, I'll pass the ball.
Anyway, not arguing with you. You got some good points, man. Great points on your down. But
how can people support? You know what I'm saying? What we doing here? Throw it up there.
Oh, okay. You getting off? You ain't gonna let me make my last point. That's cool though.
Make it while you put it up there.
Hey, I guess my whole thing was, regardless of the fact, if he can't,
yeah,
is Colin Kaepernick getting a workout? Do you think the Raiders will really pull the trigger and sign Colin Kaepernick and add him to their team?
No. I think this is more of trying to get away from the Gruden deal, because NFL lost the court battle of trying to throw that out, getting it thrown out, and so they're going to have to go to court about Gruden, and so there you go. So no, I think this is just a distraction from that. Will he get signed? Will they put him on the squad? No, unfortunately not. They should. He's better than quite a few starting quarterbacks in this league right now, but he will not. Like, why is he not in Carolina? Why is he not in Carolina? You know what I'm saying? Why
they drafted Golden Corral?
Nothing against Tua, but why is he not in Miami? Why is he not there? Before, why is he not in Seattle? Like,
that should have happened a long time ago.
There's questions why why is he not in New York? It doesn't make sense. There are places that he could go. Why was he not in Washington? There are places.
You really asked that question? You know who the owner's name is, right? Daniel Snyder.
That's what I'm saying.
And he called his team the Redskins for the long. Well, let me stop. They were the Redskins before he purchased them.
Yeah,
I won't blame him for that.
No, but he's a renegade. He's a maverick. He can do whatever he feels like he can do whatever he wants to do. So why not sign him? You don't have a quarterback. You have Heineke, that you have back there, and then you sign Carson Wentz, who thank you.
Put a fork in that.
Hey, 2 wins. 2 wins. Thank you. That's what that is. That's 2 wins for the Cowboys. That's 2 wins. Appreciate it. So,
has he never beat the Cowboys when he was in Philly? I'm asking. I'm not even trying to be funny.
He has. He's beat us. I think once. But I don't even care because that squad is trash. Like the show, buy us coffee. Help us grow. Plus, they're in Philly. www.buymeacoffee.com/big Game James. Again, that's www.buymeacoffee.com/Big Game James. It's Philly, man. They eat poop out of the streets. Let's go ahead, and with that, people that eat poop in the streets,
you know what we say to them.
That's the.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell
That's right. Things that we look at during the week that make us say, "Oh hell no."
Dude,
Man, look.
bro. I can't. And it's not like it's the first time I heard that, but just
Every time. It's
every
so
time
good.
I hear it, I still go,
It's so good,
"What?"
man. It's so good. Yo, this past week, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This past week, of course, the Mavs' great win over Golden State. They were playing in the AAC, American Airlines Center, but there was an issue coming out of the halftime, going into the third quarter. They didn't get started for about, I think it was like 15, 16 minutes, because it was raining, not only outside, but inside the building. That's right. It was actually a leak, a very pronounced leak on the Golden State side from the roof all the way down to the floor. To me, man, and just looking at Mark Cuban's face, like he's shaking his head, he's giving them the grit, like nationally televised. And, you know, this is a fairly new building, but yet you got leaks during the Western Conference Finals inside the building. You have people on, you know, with lanyards and stuff. They got tarps out there with a rubber hose to dive. Like, dude, what kind of Mickey Mouse operation we got going on here?
Where's your manager?
Yeah, it was definitely carrying time. What's your manager? What's your manager? Like, you got Luka and Steph over there shaking their head like, man, Luka's like, I don't know. We don't do this in Serbia. We don't do this. This is not what we do here. I don't know.
Well, because they used to playing basketball out in the snow with chains on the rim.
I come to America. It should be nice. This is not nice. Steph's like, yeah. This reminds me of, San Francisco. I'm just saying, like, yo, we got to do better.
There's two
AAC, we got to do better.
Two shots. Oh, hell no. To the AAC. All right.
To the AAC, yes. Do
Well,
better, AAC.
Hey, Jay, I like that. Oh, hell no.
Thank you, sir.
But me being the guy that I am, I found a couple things that made me say, oh, hell no, this week. And if you look at the screen, the guy on the left, that is not Santa Claus.
John Daly.
That is John Daly playing in the senior tour.
Yeah.
And they said John Daly, through his 18 holes that day, consumed 21 cigarettes, 12 Diet Cokes, and 6 packs of peanut M&Ms. Oh, hell no, John Daly.
I love the 0 ounce.
And 0 ounces of water. Not 1 ounce of water.
0.0
ounces of water. He didn't even have a sip. I don't know how he didn't lock up in his backswing.
Oh, my God.
And this other cat right here, man, if you don't know who this is now former Yankees third-round pick, Jake Sanford. Jake Sanford was a third baseman. Jake was caught stealing gloves and bats from members of his team. And then, Jay, he would go offer the memorabilia to the highest bidder. People were paying him, and then he wasn't even giving them the merchandise that he stole. So not only was he stealing from his teammates, he was swindling innocent fans out of money by not giving them the merchandise he promised them. So to that, Jake Sanford, you get a big fat, oh, hell no.
Yo, it's hard out in them AA and AAA streets, man. Look, people don't understand. You get drafted, but that don't mean, and I'd explain that to someone in my household.
Right.
Like, just because you get drafted, that doesn't mean you go straight to the pros.
Jay, how the hell did he go?
That's
so every time he was up at the big real clubhouse, he was just stealing shit?
Just stealing stuff. Just stealing stuff.
Hey, man, I laughed about 30 minutes
That's
when
bad.
I heard that. Like,
I not heard. That's crazy.
How you get fired on your day off?
How you get fired from the club that you're not even really hired for?
Yeah.
Wow. Like, you're in the organization, but for real, you're not there yet. Like, you getting paid minor league
Pennsylvania
money.
affiliate. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Or whoever it was. But yeah, dog. That's
No,
my
no,
oh,
yeah.
hell no.
Yeah, it's not the Yankees. You just affiliated with them. Wow. Yeah, you get a big hell no for that. A big old hell no. Wow, that's horrible. All right, yo. Again, make sure that you like, subscribe, tackle that bell so you know when Big Game Sports Buzz is on, as well as our other shows. Of course, on Tuesday nights, we have Sports Chop Shop, where we just talk about any and everything. A lot of times it's off the rails, but it's all good. And that's at 6 p.m. And, of course, we have Cowboys Cutting Up, and that starts at 8 on ASAP. So you can check us out there. And so now we're going to get into who you got. So we still got the four.
We really doing who you got? Okay.
I mean, do you want to? Or you want to just get into? No, you know what? We
already kind of talked about
okay
the team.
You gotta go.
Hey, well, yeah, I got one. Got to go. One got to go. Hey, but we got time. We can just do our quick.
Let's do it.
We gonna do a quick. Who you got?
I mean, you know who I got.
Yeah, you got Dallas. I now have switched my mind to think that Golden State will win because no team has ever come back from being down 3-0. And then in the East, I got Boston. So I got Boston and Golden State going to the championship. That's what I got.
All right, Boston and the Mavs. Let's go.
All right, now you know what? One got to go, Jay. And last week, we did love songs for our top 5. So as I was sitting back thinking about some of the great music we put on our list, I was like, what if one of these R&B groups had to go? I got Jodeci, Boyz II Men, New Edition, and Dru Hill. Without you, girl, my life is incomplete. Sorry. I just felt like I had to do that Cisco real quick.
Did you? And for that, Dru Hill, you got to go.
Don't get rid of Dru Hill on my account.
I'm getting rid of them because of you. It's only because of you.
That's a lie.
No, it's not.
So if I wasn't saying you was gonna get rid of, you weren't gonna get rid of Jodeci. I know that.
I was gonna get rid of Dru Hill.
There you go.
That was tough though because April Showers is like my joint. Man.
Yeah. And the thing is, all of these guys have different jams that I like.
Yeah.
Jodeci can't go anywhere. Neither can New Edition.
No.
New Edition was through my childhood all the way up to college. Like, even with the turmoil and the stuff they had and the breakups, we still got pieces of them all the way through everything, right?
Bro.
Jodeci made me feel myself with the ladies. Like, yeah, Jodeci gave me that confidence. Boyz II Men.
Yeah.
I can't get rid of Boyz II Men.
No.
They got one of the best songs ever, Mama.
Yeah.
So,
and Christmas album, boy, stop.
Boy, Let It Snow is the best R&B Christmas song
Next
ever.
to the Temptations. Next to the Temptations Christmas. Yes.
I don't know. It's
Silent Night Temptation.
Man, the whole Temptations Christmas is banging. Don't get me lying, but that Let It Snow, it does something to me, man. It does.
But it ain't better than
and it reminds me, I think, just of a certain Christmas I spent in Savannah with my family after moving to California. So I think that's why I love that Boyz II Men Christmas album like that. Anyway, so for me, I'm right there with you. Dru Hill, Cisco, Into the Dragon, all that stuff. I'm so sorry. Cisco, Dru Hill, y'all gotta go.
Got to go. Bye-bye.
Don't be mad at me. Now, guess what, Jay?
You know what time it is.
It is time.
You know what time it is.
And before you explain it,
we're
going to do this right here.
Hit it.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go.
I need that to play a little bit longer, man. That's hype, bro.
All right, man. We're gonna work on that. I'm gonna get a little longer in that thing for you, boy.
Hey, look, some people have a top 100, some have a top 50, some even have a top 25. And let's just face it, some cheat and just say, you know what, I'll just do a top 10. But here on Big Game Sports Buzz, we do a top 5. This week's topic, probably one of the hardest ones, and we say that every week, but this one was really, really, really tough. Top 5 coolest / iconic TV characters of all time. Ooh, yeah.
Man,
Make sure that you comment, even after the live show. Comment in the comments who is your top 5 coolest / iconic TV characters of all time. This is a tough one, folks. And only 5. No honorable mentions. Big Game, I'm looking at you. No honorable mentions.
I know who you're talking to, bro. It's all good. I'm not going to. Hey, man.
I know you want to sneak it in. I do too, actually, on this one. But
Hey,
it's top
Jay
5.
Stocks. I mean, you think about, I'm 47 years old, bro.
Yes.
I've watched a lot of TV
Yeah.
from way back when to now.
TV raised me.
There's
man.
been a lot of different people to been influential, and I wouldn't even use the word influential, but iconic. Like you look at, like,
Yeah.
woo, that's a bad
Man.
boy, that's a bad
Yeah.
girl. Like, wow,
Yeah,
that's what's
absolutely.
up. And so for this, bro,
Man, let's go.
all right, and I really mean this, y'all. There's no order to this list because of the people I had to leave off. I just came up with 5 names I thought would stick. So, I mean, I gotta say Tubbs from Miami Vice. Philip Michael Thomas, he didn't say a whole lot. He stayed fly. Hey, I really thought, see, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I wanted to say the Miami Vice Cat crew, Crockett and Tubbs, but I thought you would try to add a second, so I had to decipher. So Tubbs won. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember the show Spencer for Hire.
absolutely.
You can't tell me the brother Hawk on there wasn't one of the coolest cats you ever seen. And that, hey, Hawk rocked the bald head when the only other person in TV to rock a bald head like that was Telly Savalas and Kojak.
You know what, Mike? Sometimes people get. You know,
Hey, man, you don't have to put everything up that Misador says, dog. Really? Zach Morris, Saved by the Bell, whatever. Hey,
I love it.
so I got Hawk from Spencer for Hire.
There you go.
The shade, bald head, the trench coat. Sometimes he like he's just gonna take somebody out. Number 3, and I know I think you're gonna laugh at this one, Jay. I got Dwayne Wayne from A Different World,
That's solid.
and you know why? He was just iconic in the flip glasses. He had a bunch of young African American males running around the merry-go-round and Chess King talking about, "Hey, you got the flip glasses from A Different World."
That's solid.
And once we found them, we was
Solid.
rocking them everywhere.
That's
So
solid.
Dwayne Wayne from A Different World because he made me go get my pop-up glasses game on, right?
All right.
Jon Snow from the Game of Thrones. Just there's so many different characters
There is.
in that
Yes.
that not sitcom, but just in that whole
Yeah, in that show, yeah.
in that show, man. And it was just something about Jon Snow.
Yeah.
And when he came back from the Night Walkers, dog. What the hell? Hey, Jon Snow. And then last but not least, this was to me the coolest cats. The coolest cat on nights. CSI Miami, Horatio Kane. And every time he did this at the end of a scene. For all the people that didn't see it, I had to flip my glasses off and turn my head to the side and look away. And the wind would blow his blazer jacket open. And they'd do that far pan out. Boy, Horatio Kane was cool as a cucumber, dog.
Man, look. You know, your list was solid. That one, oh no.
You question Horatio Kane? So you like Gil Grissom better? First of all, were you a CSI guy?
I like CSI, but I wouldn't put them in my most iconic.
See, that's what we differ
just
right
wouldn't.
there.
I just wouldn't.
See, you're a Star Trek kind of guy too. So.
I am. But I like CSI. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't. I thought it was kind of stupid when he did that. So what you're saying is, come on, man. Every time you got to talk to somebody, got to take them glasses off like that, you stupid. Come on. Let's go.
Hater.
Anyway, you took all my time, but you know what? I'm still going to go through this.
I didn't take your time.
You did. Took my time. You know, sometimes people, man, Okay, here we go.
Hey, dog, I don't sound like Cookie Monster.
You do. Yo, Walter White
Breaking
from
Bad.
Breaking Bad.
See,
Walter White.
I don't watch that show, but I've seen.
Dude.
You see, hey, I don't watch the show, and I know who Walter White is, right?
And that's
Yeah.
my thing right there.
That,
Walter
that,
White.
that says a lot.
Yeah, Mike. Heathcliff Huxtable, man. TV's father of all time. Greatest father of all time, man. You know, unfortunately, he was also Bill Cosby, but when he was on the show, that was the dude. That was the guy. Tony Soprano. Iconic, man. When he died, people cried. Men cried because Tony Soprano died and the show was over. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it yet, you should see it. But he died. And it's not the way you thought. Omar Little.
You don't know if he died.
He died. Omar Little
Dude.
from The Wire.
Omar Little? No, you didn't, dog.
Omar.
No, bruh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Real talk. But I'm just saying, man, yeah, Omar, what are we doing here? Iconic. It's the guy. Iconic. And then
so far, you said two that I wanted to put on mine, and yeah.
Yeah. And then last, but definitely not least, Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle.
You know, I didn't even think.
Chappelle Show.
I know, but I didn't even think go sitcom wise or
Yeah.
sketch comedy type wise, because I was thinking we were going to save him for top 5 comedians of all time.
Which we can, and we're going to do that.
But it's all good. That's a great list, man. And the Jay, I'm not lying. I wanted Tony Soprano.
Yes.
And then I had a different. I was gonna say,
So good, Mike.
I was gonna say Marlo from The Wire.
Yeah, you know, I mean, and see, this is what you do. You mention the people that you wanted.
No. But I'm saying those two you had like.
Yeah.
But Tony Soprano, for sure, was like. My wife will hear this and she'll be like, "You didn't say Tony Soprano." My wife will be surprised I didn't say Tony Soprano.
I'm surprised.
Real
I
talk.
mean, look, Stringer Bell definitely could have been on that list.
Oh.
I mean, The Wire is just The Wire. You know what I'm saying?
Wire was iconic for real.
Dude, it's just a tough list, man. You mentioned Game of Thrones, Tyrion Lannister, definitely.
Hey man, Tyrion was a little
Whew.
dog.
I loved him, man. He had one of the best lines of any show. You know what I'm saying? I know things and I drink a lot. Like, yes, they made shirts off of that.
I will say those shirts. I almost got one. They just didn't go big enough.
That word. They were in Tyrion size.
Anyone that know who Tyrion Lannister is, he was a little
Man,
person. in Game of
You
Thrones.
are stuck in the 80s, but that's okay. You know, Mike, I'm with you, man. I'm with
Hey,
you.
Tony Danza, who's the boss? Mike, did you quit watching TV after like 88?
Who's the boss? Who's
Hey,
the boss?
he said the Cosby Show. He said Bill Cosby and Tony Danza. He watched that Thursday night lineup and then never watched TV
Yo.
again after that.
That's all he wanted. And it was sports. Thursday in sports. Thursday night in sports.
Man.
Yo, I am Jay Stoggs, the buff nerd.
And I'm Big Game James. Hey, man, thank all y'all for tuning in. And like Jay Stock said, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell. That way you get notified every time we drop brand new content. And if you are catching this later on YouTube, still, go ahead, drop your comments. We always go back. We always interact. Hey, Balky was nice. Balky was nice on Perfect Strangers.
I'm not supposed to know more Mike comments.
No, because he gonna say Webster next.
Man.
Hey, but real talk, hey man, y'all interact, y'all comment, let us know what your top 5 is, so we can interact with you. You know what I'm saying? Outside this being live, but we really appreciate it. So for the buff nerd Jay Stoggs and your boy Big Game James, this has been Big Game Sports Buzz. Y'all have a good night.
More
Dope. It's a dope move by Speed.
Yeah. big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes, like behind the O-line, soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view.